So today we will be going over the MACD, and basically the MACD is an indicator, and if you guys don't know what indicators are, basically they are other tools you can put on your chart that help tell what the price is doing in a unique way. And keep in mind all indicators are lagging, so that means they do not predict the future, but you can anticipate what a stock is going to do by reading the indicator. So I usually use indicators for confirmation. So say I'm watching a price action, I see a nice big candle, and I want to decide if I want to get in or not. And I usually look at the indicators for confirmation. And one of the most highly used indicators is the MACD. So the MACD is a moving average indicator, and basically I'm not going to get into like the details of it, but basically all you need to know is if you look at this, green means going up, so obviously this is when the stock's moving up, and red means going down, and there's also two lines to represent this. So if we look at the MACD, we see this orange line. This is the faster moving average, and this blue line is the slower moving average. So when the fast, and this is the 12-day moving average, and this is the 26-day moving average. It's up to you guys what you want to use. But as we can see, when the faster moving average crosses above the slower moving average, it actually starts to form these candles in a form of a histogram. And the higher, so see how these are stepping up like stairs? This means there's a lot of momentum on the stock. So we see this giant green candle, then it keeps going up, and as it curls up, we see these green candles. So say you saw this green candle right here, right? And you're like, oh, that's a bullish engulfing candle. I want to get in the trade. This looks like a good trade to get into because how strong this candle was. You could check the MACD and see how this starts to cross and curl up. So you wouldn't see any of this stuff yet, but you can see that it's about to cross right here. So that would be a good time to take the trade, right? So that is one way you can use the MACD. And usually it goes from green to red, the green to red, but this is what you need to know. Indicators do not predict the price. And as we can see, like right here, do you see how this is red and then it goes to curl and then it goes back red again? That will sometimes happen. So whenever you see this green start falling down and going towards the red, or say you see the red and then it starts going towards the green and curling towards the green, don't always expect it to go red to green. This could easily go red again if the price goes down, because like I said, these do not predict the stock. These are literally just telling it what the stock is doing. So this means the stock's in an uptrend and then it goes down, and as you can see, it gaps down, it goes back in an uptrend, and then it's in a downtrend again. As you can see, downtrend, uptrend, just like I said, right? So the MACD I like to use for confirmation. I will not trade solely based on a trade. So say I'm looking right here and I see, oh, the MACD is about to cross. I will not take a trade just because of this. You never want to do that. Indicators are meant to be for confirmation, or more like backup in your plan, like more like stronger support for taking a trade. And the MACD is one of the most used, and you can go to the settings, and this is Webull. There is MACD in every platform, and if you want to know how to get MACD, you can literally just YouTube, oh, how do I get MACD on whatever program. So as you can see, the fast length is 12 and the slow length is 26. This doesn't really matter, but you could change this like maybe to the 9 and 21. It all depends on what you prefer. So you can mess around with that. There's no right option. A ton of other people use different options. So that is the MACD, and the MACD is not actually in every time frame. So say we go to the daily and look at the MACD, so we can see that like right here's an example. So see how it curls up and goes green? The MACD is green, and then we can see it starts to curl back down, goes red, and as you can see, SPY ends up dropping like $20. So that you can use the MACD in every time frame. Doesn't really matter. You can even use it in the 1 minute you want, but this is what I suggest. So if you use the MACD on the 1 minute or 5 minute, you're generally looking to scalp. So if you look at here, see how this green starts way after this is already up. Usually the time to enter a trade on the MACD would be if these red candles started getting smaller. So if you look, this is a bad example right here, but if you look right here, see how these start getting smaller and smaller, and then that's when it starts going up. And then as soon as these green candles start getting more little and little. As soon as they start decreasing in size, this is when it starts going down. So the ideal time to be taking a trade with MACD would be from the last half of the red to the first half of the green. And most people say, oh, take it from this start of the green to the end of the green. But what I've noticed is if you're looking for confirmation, make sure the red candles are starting to get smaller, and then that often means these lines are curling. So right here again, we see the 12 average move above the 26 average. In this case, I change it, it would be the 9 goes above 28, 21. And when we see the faster moving average, like the 9, since it's less days than 21, go above the moving average of more days, so we see the 9 go above the 21 moving day average, that means the stock is bullish and is going into an uptrend. So using the MACD can be helpful for that. I'll show you guys a few more examples. So if we go to like car right now, we can see that's actually not a good example because you can't really see that stuff, but MA. So again, we see this green, and this is kind of really sloppy, and this is only because the smaller numbers you use in the MACD, like if I put like 3 and 9, you will see sloppiness. So I'm not even sure you can do that. It wouldn't let me. So it's not letting me even go lower. So as you can see, this is just really choppy. Never trade during this, and you can see by the price action up here, it's really choppy. But if we look, see how this is green and it goes into a little uptrend. Halfway through this, as soon as you can start seeing it curl down like this and go to the red, that's when you want to take the trade. And then it opens up red, and as you can see, it's in a downtrend the whole day. So let me try to go to a real life example like for tomorrow that's not done yet. So if we go to Tesla, maybe let me turn off my chart settings. I don't know what just happened. Let me turn off my extended hours. All right, so if we go to Target, so do you see how, so Target was in a mini uptrend and then it gapped down, and now there's a giant bullish hammer on Target. Do you guys see how this line, even though we don't see the green yet, do you see how it's curling towards each other? And we see this bullish candle right here, and we see this giant volume bar. So the fact that we see this giant volume bar of buyers pushing this price back up and the MACD curling towards the green, this would be a nice trade to take. And again, I usually look at the candles, the price action first before I look at the MACD. But after looking at this stuff and I look at the MACD, I'm still bullish on this because on the daily chart, this faster moving average is going to cross the slower moving average, meaning that it could be an uptrend. So that is something very important to take note of. And especially with the high volume of the buyers pushing the price back up. I really love that. So yeah, that's an example of using the MACD. You can look at other MACD videos. There are certain averages that work better than others, but again, it's all your own preference. I personally use the default, the 13 and 26 or whatever it was. It might have been actually the 12 and 26. I forgot, but that is how you guys use the MACD. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Make sure to use my code in the Webull referral, whatever. If you're signing up, you will get 2 free stocks. Make sure to tell your friends about this channel. It helps a lot for the support. And leave a like, subscribe with notifications, and we will keep going over charting and getting more advanced in the future. So other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and peace out.